7 o'clock, we'll start our meeting. Thanks for showing up. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated and we have a moment of silent prayer or whatever you want to do. Okay, Dr. Hall, do you have any adjustments to the agenda?
There are no adjustments tonight, Mr. Thompson.
Okay. Our core purpose is success for all students. The core goal, at least 90% of students pass language arts, English, and mathematics on state assessments. The core values, character. We will continue to be an institution guided by ethical strength. Students, we will continue to put students first in our priorities and our decision-making. Service, we will continue to be an organization known for its servant spirit. And stewardship, we will continue to embody the qualities of stewardship. We'll move on to 1.5, comments from patrons. Nobody signed up for anything. So moving on to 2.1, the Weems State Awards, Mr. White.
Are we good? I got green. Green for me means good, so I'm good. So
You're green, you're good.
So, all right. So thank you very much. Again, it hasn't been too much time since I've been here and get to talk to you about the overall program, but I don't remember whose idea was it to kind of come back and state what we did at the State Awards, but I'm glad they did, and so I appreciate the time. I brought a couple students along with me who are very instrumental in these awards, and I will give them their recognition here as we go through it. But every year, the IASB, the Indiana State or Indiana Association of School Broadcasters, comes together in the spring. Usually, it was held at the University of Indianapolis for a long time. Now it's at Butler University until they figure out what they want to do next. But about 800 kids come together that Monday or Tuesday, depending on the date of the year, what they choose for, and then there's about 600 entries for about 40 or 50 categories. And so we submitted a little over 20 entries for various categories, and those were judged by professionals in the industry, college professors, whoever that they deemed worthy enough to be able to judge these. And we've been lucky enough over the past 5 years to bring home 4 state championships. 2 of the last 4 years, that was we had a great social media team, we still do, and so we weren't able to bring home the back-to-back state titles this year, but that's okay. Homestead and Carmel, they have good programs too, so we got to give them their due sometimes as well. So. But before we got to the awards, I wanted to show this is a pretty interesting category we get to enter every year. It's called sound design. And so what it is that we're given a clip. We're not told what the clip is, but we're given a video clip. And what the students who choose to enter the category do is they have to provide all the audio for it. And so what we're going to see here is from by the name of Luke Denniston. He submitted this. We didn't place or anything, but I just think it's always cool to watch. I've watched it actually a couple times, so hopefully you'll get an idea of what we do here.
All right, it's go time. It's go time. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yes, it worked. That's my fault. Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah! Go, baby! Oh, this is amazing! The wind in my cheat sheet! Stop! No! Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. right, you gotta kind of angle yourself. Okay, no. Come back down towards me. Come back down. Yeah!
So that's just, again, one of the categories through the video side of things that we continue to add to what we try to do. But that's always neat to see. Like, you know, a couple years ago, it was a black and white film that we just did no dialogue. You just had to do every single little, audio piece that we could think of to put it into it. But those are some of the fun categories that we get to do at the state level every year. And again, even though that we have to pay for those, we don't charge students a thing. Like, that's all thanks to our underwriting that we bring in every year. So we're very, very appreciative of that. So the first one that we're going to recognize is Zion. He got second place in the radio play-by-play for football. So that's going to be that one right there. Yep.
And they'll try Weaver yet again. Stretch to the left side, and Weaver wants his second long 10, one man to beat, and he's got 2 deep touchdowns, does Joel Weaver.
So that's, again, it's just a snippet of the full segment that we usually have to produce about 5 minutes worth of work. And so not bad to, end on a touchdown right there. But, he's done incredible work, and he's going to Ball State to go into Sports Link, one of the most sought-after programs in the country for sports media. And so I'm pretty proud of that. That's better than any state championship in my book, so I'll take that any day. But really proud of him and the work that they did this year for all the sports, even though, again, we were supposed to have baseball last night, but again, like anybody who's been around spring sports knows, that's, touch and go depending on what the weather's going to decide for our schedule. The other second place we got, we were pretty close on both of these, I felt, but this was the sporting events snippet, Zion and Benson
Here at
Davis.
New Pell High School for the second game of our doubleheader here against the Dragon basketball program. Benson, we saw a good one. The Lady Arabians got it done early, but 42 times have the New Palestine Dragons met the Pendletonites Arabians, and they lead the all-time series 22-20. We'll see here if Pendletonites can battle back as both teams warming up on the court right now.
Similar story to the girls' game in conference matchup. This is going to mean a lot to the Pendleton Heights. The last time they won the Hoosier Heritage Conference was the 2016 to 2017 season, and I'm sure Coach Rhodes wants to bring that back.
We've got a great game ahead of us. Let's look at the New Pell Dragons. 6-5 currently they stand. You might hear that and think, all right, this team ain't going to be too hot. Let's tune this broadcast off. I don't know what you're thinking because you're out of your mind. They're second in the Hoosier Heritage Conference right now, 3-0. They opened the season 4-1, followed it by a 3-game losing streak.
Not bad. Not bad. So, again, great setup there. They worked hard. The prep really showed, especially in the pre-games as the season went on. They really found some good chemistry between himself and Benson, and they pulled away with a second place there. Again, that was, and again, we're dealing with the likes of, schools that have a pretty deep pockets. So, the fact that we can compete at that level speaks volumes to these kids' talent. We got third place in radio drama. Did not expect to place at all in this, so I kind of let the kids have at it with what they will. We know because we've got winners from the last 4 or 5 years that they can listen to. They can kind of compare what they are up against on a year-to-year basis. But this one was kind of like one of those wild cards. We like to enter these things, but we have no idea what the judges are going to look for or what they're going to be impressed by. So this is Benson Davis's third place radio drama snippet.
Two days later, we hit the road. We left in the mid-afternoon. We tried to leave earlier, but Caden had a short shift that morning that he couldn't get off. Traffic made the 7-hour ordeal much longer than it should have taken. It was almost like the universe was trying to warn us by slowing us down. If only we had listened. We took my car as it was the most reliable. Caden said he had everything planned out, and we trusted him. We pulled in the parking lot late that night, much later than we anticipated. The parking lot was completely empty. We stepped out. Crickets chirped and the forest canopy swayed around us.
Vincent did a really good job of adding all the elements he needed to have a really good placing in that category that I don't think we placed in maybe ever. So it was really something. So the last three they're called honorable mentions. They're top 5 in the state. So, basically if you get mentioned by this, it's pretty good. The first one is the radio imaging from Mackenzie Wandell and Sarai Allen.
We're always having fun with all the best 80s hits. 91.7 WEEM Pendleton. Want more of your favorite 80s music? Tune into 80s at 8 every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for artists like Michael Jackson, Bon Jovi, and more on 91.7 WEEM.
Relax and rewind with the 80s at 8. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Your station for your favorite decade, right here. Listen to 80s at 8 every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 91.7 WEEM.
Catch all your favorite hits of the 80s from Madonna to Queen on 91.7 WEEM Pendleton. Rewind the clock with all your favorite hits of the 80s every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 8 on 91.7 WEEM.
I like the fact that she calls some of those songs old, so that's, but they did a great job, those two. Sarai's a sophomore, both of them are sophomores, so they've got bright futures for us, and both of them have a lot of talent, as we just displayed right there. Second to last is social media. Again, 2 of the last 4 years we've had state titles in that. If you've seen us, anything that we've done in the past few years, a lot of it has to do with Brooklyn Schuyler right here, our operations manager. She's done a great job of leading the team this year, and again, I think everybody's just getting to our level. Like, it's something to where they're seeing what we're doing, they're seeing what a lot of the professional sides are doing, and they're just kind of raising their game. And so, it's just like what we're going to be doing next year. We're going to just keep raising our game and trying to get back to that state title. And hopefully we'll do that. But again, it's a bit subjective though too, so we can't exactly hang our heads with the fact that we put in a good effort. We inform the public every day on what we're doing and what's going around, the school systems and the corporation. So it's pretty neat though that the kids get this kind of experience so early on, so that they can really be able to show that they can produce a brand. They can be able to elevate themselves, the companies they work for, the institutions they're a part of. So. Last but not least is this is my favorite one. So this is a radio talk show snippets between Brooklyn, Zion, Reagan, and Sophia. So it's Reagan Butler and Sophia Bevan who aren't here with us tonight, but the 4 of them do the afternoon show. If you ever heard them, I was driving home and they were having a ball with a few other things, so, but this one, obviously, this conversation here is pretty nice. So I was laughing pretty good at it, so.
I think that we would be best friends, honestly.
I don't think
Really?
I'd like my clone.
I would love my clone, dude.
Me too. I would have a new best friend.
Oh, yeah. We always think the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, do you want to go do this? Obviously, you're my clone.
I don't know. I don't think I'd like it.
I think that Reagan would be, they'd be on and off best friends.
I think that me and my clone would get on each other's nerves.
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
There's stuff I do where it's like, if I had to deal with that, I'd be annoyed. And if my clone's doing it,
Maybe
I'd get
that's
annoyed.
telling you something.
Maybe.
I have a scheme that I've thought up now. We could dance in sync. So we could go to like New York and go to the like underground dance scene and like just be dance hustlers and just win money in dance battles.
Zion, I don't think if you have a clone that necessarily means like your movements are mimicked.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we could, since it's me, it like looks like me, and we could mimic it easy, and then we could practice, and then go to the New York
If
scene
he
and
can do it,
hustle,
his
and we could
clone
be
can do
millionaires.
it.
I can't tell, I don't know where that comes from, but wherever appreciate it because it's a joy to listen to, and that's the kind of chemistry that sometimes you don't expect to happen, and all of a sudden, then that's the conversation you get, and so it's a joy to listen to, and I'm going to miss it next year when because 2 of those 4 are seniors going to be graduating. And so, but, we've had a great year so far, finished strong. We've got a lot of things still coming up. You may have seen some of the things we've already worked on the YouTube side of things. We just produced the event from the Title IX that Mrs. Gray hosted. And so that was pretty neat, and Brooklyn put that together. So she deserves a lot of credit for that, that we shot and we recorded. But still got a lot of things produced, still got a lot of things to finish up throughout the year, or throughout this fourth quarter. But just thank you so much for allowing us the opportunity. Like you guys are the start of it, so you guys deserve some credit too. So it's a team effort. As much as I'll give. Like I wish Zion could leave with the state title, but because he worked his tail off all year on the sports side of things, and Brooklyn the same way on the operation side of things. But if nothing else, then I definitely want to say thank you to them, in front of everybody for all that you guys have done. So appreciate you guys' work. Maybe not the sarcasm so much, but this is definitely all the hard work. So, but thank you very much for your time tonight. And again, can we give them a round of applause for these two?
Oh, yeah.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you for coming. You're certainly welcome to stay for the meeting if you want to be bored. Or you can flee. Get out while you can.
Good job, guys.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, we'll move on to 3.1.
I had the CTE Advisory Committee meeting, and it was basically just a breakdown. They broke it down into 2 groups. They had the culinary side and then the early childhood education side, and just kind of talked about both of them and the pathways and the different steps that the students have to take to do this. Some goals I think that they want to work towards, which they already do a lot of this, but they just talked about they want to do more like career talks for the kids and kind of show them how their these classes can take them into the future, and some of the field trips. I think one of the, I don't want to call it a barrier, but one of the roadblocks that they kind of run into with these field trips is there's a short amount of time. So you might have opportunities to go to these field trips and learn from these places, but you have to be back at a certain time. So it makes it difficult, but the teachers do a really good job of trying to find places within Madison County for them to do that. And we had 2 people there from the community. We had someone from the daycare center, somebody that runs a very large-scale sports organization, and so it was good.
I went to the RDC meeting of Ingalls. They talked about a couple of new subdivisions I had not heard of along 800 called Cedar Brook and Madison. Both those are about 200 homes. All these new sites have all been TIF'd also. Where the Walmart is, where everything's going. There's a quick trip coming also. It's just going to be north of the current Get-Go site there in front of Carefree right there. So they're talking about those coming. They said one of the things that everybody in the county is having, though, getting everything approved, is with the Madison County Drainage Board. They said they've really got tight on their regulations and what they want as far as drainage. So it was very interesting to hear. They've got a lot going on, and yeah.
Okay, Bill?
Yes, on March the 3rd, the CTE Advisory Committee meeting was held, and those in attendance were Tom Mannon, Trevor Martin, Jeremy Carpenter, Holly Williams, Ryan Jones, and Bill Whitehair, and went through a lot of the things that they spoke to tonight, so that cut my presentation down about in half. They do have 4 pathway courses that they offered this year. There was one in the principal's course, and they could only do 18 at a time for that one. They had an audio-video production, a mass media, and a radio TV capstone. They're hitting things where the kids need to go with everything else. They are a self-sustaining program. They've got a lot of good corporate sponsorships, Community Hospital, Bendel, and Martin have supported them very well. So they're going, the kids, and it's truly a student-run program. And that's kind of hard to lead in a way, because you want to just jump in and say, hey, let's do this. And no, it's a student-run. If they come up with it, it happens. That's it.
Okay. Buck?
No, I didn't have me.
No, I didn't have meetings.
Mike?
I attended a RDC meeting this afternoon, this evening in Pendleton. Most of those meetings are all about the development of Pendleton and people wanting to come here, but, follow the right procedures. And perfect example is right across the street. There'll be a hotel and there'll be some other small strip mall there. But that entire 12 to 14 acres will be developed here pretty quick.
Okay.
And a lot of it is, like with John said, is doing it the right way and meeting all the policies that the community has. And Pendleton is really, really good about people following the procedure to come here and build, or whether it's homes or commercial. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. I attended the athletic council along with Dr. Hall, and basically talked about the new conference people, some that were leaving, some that are the new ones coming in. And we also heard from the middle school, talked about some of the needs that they might have coming up in the future. And thought we had a pretty good meeting as far as the conference and some of the things that were going on, and some of the stipulations to some of it. Some will not have voting powers until they're actually in the summer of the year that they're actually going to join our conference. That would be Brebeuf and Guerin and Lebanon. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think it ended up being the best possible solution for the schools that were leaving. So I think they were really happy with the addition of those 3 schools and how that all played out. So I think it's about as good as it could have been with those other 3 leaving. So I think the conference is pretty stable right now. I think all the schools feel the same way. So there was some discussion about, they didn't know if adding those 3 schools would stabilize the conference, but all feedback we've gotten is that it has been, and I know scheduling's underway for all those sports. They're already working on that so that everything's in place for 2027.
And the additions and people leaving and people coming in, we will have an 8-person or 8-school conference, so, which is good for scheduling and everything.
And it's been tough in the past, our conference, but it just got tougher.
Some of the smaller schools did not want to have to compete against some of the bigger schools. And of course, we also talked about how in football, now we are going to be 5A. Mm-hmm. And we are, one of the 3 smallest schools in 5A now for football. So we still have to compete with
And I don't know if you saw the sectional realignment was released yesterday, and our football sectional will be New Pal, Cathedral, Mount Vernon, Greenfield Central, Ness.
Yay, raw. And we also talked about establishing a cheer group. What do we call it?
Unified cheer.
Unified cheer, similar to unified track, although unified track is an IHSA program, unified cheer would not be, because none of the cheer is. And I think basically agreed they were going to get back and have another meeting because there were some things that needed to be ironed out before we would do that. Did I miss anything? Probably a lot, but.
It was a long meeting, but I think you got.
It was a long meeting, but yeah, it was a good meeting. Okay, we'll move on then to 4.1, approval of minutes. Have all of you had an opportunity to go through those? Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, I have a- And a second? Have a motion and a second to approve the meetings. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Ward?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. I think I said meetings, it meant minutes. Next is approval of accounts payable. Any questions for Ken about any payments or lack thereof? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the accounts payable vouchers that's presented to us.
I will second that.
Okay, moved and seconded to approve them. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. Moving on to the consent items, 5.1 through 5.10. Any objection to putting all of them together?
No.
Okay, do I have a motion as such?
Motion to approve 5.1 through 5.10.
Okay,
Second.
it's been motioned and seconded to put 5.1 through 5.10 together for purpose of voting. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Ward?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. Moving on to 6.1, contract approval. Mr. McCarty?
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Tonight, the administration is requesting approval of a contract with Quest Point Group for IEP therapy and speech-language pathology for the 26-27 school year.
Any questions from anyone? Have a motion? So moved.
I'll second that.
Okay, moved and seconded to approve the contract approval brought up in 6.1 by Mr. McCarty. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. Moving on to 6.2, Mr. McCarty.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Tonight, the administration is requesting approval for a common school loan application. It's a low-interest loan from the state of Indiana. We would request purchasing Chromebooks, which are one of the items that are still allowed to be to borrow money for curricular materials. So that is the request that we're making tonight.
I was a little surprised how much.
Well, like everything else, they have.
It just keeps going up.
Yeah, our technology, Ryan Rotz, our technology director, said a lot of the components are going into data centers, so that's driving the price for Chromebooks. So some of the materials that he could give a better explanation of what materials they're bidding for, but this is, they're having to pay more for the materials, so not only the cost, but, time frames are extended as well. We've heard COVID is an excuse for 5 years, but this is a different issue, so.
This also included maintenance contract too, didn't it? I believe that was in there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Yes.
So is that just distributed among all of the schools where they're needed, or?
There's a replacement cycle. So I don't have it in front of me right now, but this would be for typically 2 classes get it, and they cycle through and they keep the device for multiple years, and then at certain break points, and fifth and ninth.
Fifth and ninth.
So do they, do they sell them, or do we sell them back to Dell, or like the old ones, or how does that work?
Some we've kept for spare parts in the past. If we have machines that are similar, when we first got them and they were a lot lower cost, we did give the option to the students and the employees to purchase them. But I believe for the last few years, I believe we've kept them because they potentially have parts for machines that are still in the cycle.
Anybody else? We have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second.
It's moved and seconded to approve 6.1 on the common school loan. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. And 6.3, oh, the chair.
Finally.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. We do have a couple items that we're requesting to declare surplus, the chair and a 2013 Bluebird special ed bus that we have.
What do you do with the bus?
Just weather.
Yeah, it's
We
just
will sell
tornado
that.
coming, don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's, we can trade it to, could trade it to the dealer. This particular one, we are going to sell to somebody that's gonna convert it into a,
Don't say a camper.
no, not a camper.
Party bus.
No, not a party bus. They run drag cars, so they're gonna put a Chevette on the back of that take the body off of it, and it will be part of a tool chest and then room for the car on the back when they're done with it.
A tool chest.
Yeah, to repair whatever however they
Toolboxes.
repair excess tires or whatever. Yeah, well,
Get a picture of that, will you?
I've been shown the car that's gonna go on there, so he,
Oh, my.
so.
Any questions on this?
Oh, no.
In a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Moved and seconded to approve 6.3. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Oh, yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. On to 7.1, board policy updates. Dr. Hall?
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. This is just second reading on a series of board policies that I presented a meeting ago, so I'll be glad to answer any questions if anybody has any. If not, I would ask for approval of these updates to our board policy.
And I believe I asked you Tuesday, were there any changes from the first time? And
No.
none. So it's the same thing exactly that we saw before.
Geez, that took me forever to read through all of them. I
Oh,
didn't realize
yeah.
it was all the same. I went through every line by
I
line.
went through most of them.
It's not the same from our existing.
Right, but
Okay.
same from the first read, yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Did you forget?
No.
We don't have to. Any other questions for Dr. Hall on that? Okay, I need a motion.
So moved?
Right,
Are we approving them?
Yes, it
Yes.
needs to be approved. It's the
Yes.
second reading.
Did you want to approve?
Oh, no.
second it?
Still moved.
Ah, sure, I'll second it.
It's moved and seconded to approve 7.1. Penny?
Anna Blake? Yes. Buck Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Ginder?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Bill Hutton?
Yes.
John Lord?
Yes.
Mark Thompson?
Yes. Going to 8.1, comments from patrons. Nobody signed up. 8.2, communications from superintendent. Dr. Hall?
Yeah, I think you're all probably aware of this, but Emerald Sweep was state champions for the second time in a row. And so I want to congratulate them for that. And then Pendleton's was basically second place. They were first runner-up in their category. So our choirs did really well in the competition season at the state meet. So I just want to say congratulations for them.
Fantastic.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Moving on to 8.3, communications from the Board of School Trustees. Mr. Hannah.
Attended a track meet the other night, you know, and the thing was impressive. There were a lot of numbers there. But Mr. Povich had all these junior high track kids out there being hurdle people and just helping. It was really positive. It was really good. Had a lot of numbers out there, boys and girls.
Good.
I don't have anything.
Yes, the indoor percussion team went down to the state finals and ended up fourth in their category and everything else. They were beaten by Evansville Wrights, Munster, and Ben Davis. And so they're out there with the big boys too. And I think our whole fine arts department probably has kudos with what they've been able to accomplish again. They just seem like they reload and get it.
Good. That's good. John? Nope. Okay, 9.1, adjournment. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
I will second.
Moved and seconded, 9.1.
Blake? Yes. Doug Evans?
Yes.
Kevin Gizzard?
Yes.
Mike Hanna?
Yes.
Jeff Hudson?
Yes.
John Moore?
Yes.
Art Thompson?
Yes.